Meditation is not meditation is not meditation. The big question to start with is, what is your goal? What are you seeking to get out of meditation? And how can you take that to the next level? And how can Qigong meditation help you get there more effectively? Welcome. My name is Mike Popovich and I am a White Tiger Qigong instructor. And in this video, we'll talk about and cover how does yin and yang come together within meditation to help you achieve your goals? And what are some of the types of Qigong meditation available for us? And most importantly, I'm going to take you through an example of me practicing a particular type of Qigong meditation, where I'm going to break down how deep I'm taking it with the yin and the yang concepts, with the melting away of the tensions and the blockages of the body, and simply finding the balance within the body. I'm going to show you how you can start achieving physical, emotional, and energetic clarity within your body in a summary of a technique. But the most important thing to start with is your why. So many of us are simply seeking to find relief of anxiety or release of stress or something to just get rid of the mess of thoughts in our head. And that's why we tend to go towards meditation. If that's where you are, fantastic. It's a great start. If you already have a meditation practice and you've already explored a bigger why, great. This video will apply to all of us. Now, when we're meditating, it's important to understand that just to sit down or to be in a posture isn't enough if you want to take it to a greater place. We need to understand that a proper seated or standing position is important. We need to understand how breath and be able to use breath to bring ourselves into a state of meditation where our body, our mind, our emotions, and our soul are aligned. And it's important to understand how to use intention and the many ways you can use intention to actually achieve your goal. There is purpose to meditation. And these three things, movement, breath, intention, they're the foundations of what makes Qigong, Qigong. In fact, Qigong is meditative movement. It is movement with meditation, or meditation with movement, whichever way you want to look at it. That aspect alone allows us to open up the channel so our body can release the tensions and the stresses that are inside of it, and our nervous system can rewrite the patterns that have been baked in that cause our stress responses. And if you want to understand more about how Qigong can help the central nervous system, check out the other video I made specifically on that. And as we help the body, the emotional tensions and the backlog of the emotional stresses in our body release as well. So we start to heal our emotional body, if you will. Our mind is able to let go and be able to process stresses or the day-to-day activities more clearly, more elegantly. So the question becomes, what is your why? What we are helping you with at White Tiger Qigong is to not just achieve relaxation and the feeling of just feeling better in your body, which the White Tiger Qigong forms do. We're actually helping you clear away those constructs and the stress responses and the formulas that are holding you back within inside of you. Because no matter what you're seeking to achieve in your life, the true constraints and the true blocks are all in you. So it all comes back to, what are you seeking to achieve with your meditation? And there are different styles of meditation, of course, for different purposes. Now, there are yin styles or techniques in meditation. There are yang techniques in meditation. The yang techniques use essentially what you can think of as an act of will to help you push through the blockages or burn through them in a healthy way. A lot of them employ a fire breath of sorts. The white tiger breath that's taught in the online Qigong courses with White Tiger Qigong is incredible for that, to help clear out blockages from within. Yin techniques are more relaxed or more soft in their nature. It's where we connect and we allow ourselves to melt the blockages away. The White Tiger forms, for instance, the 5-element forms, or the 8-trigram, or the 5-animal movement sets are incredible, slightly more yang techniques that help us really create this beautiful pump of qi through our body to help us create this flow that helps clear the blockages from our meridian lines, from the physical body, and as well as helping release the emotional blocks from our organs and the rest of our body, our entire fascia. We can use them in a more yin style, make them softer if we choose to. So we apply the technique that we feel we need most. Yin techniques like Zhang Zhuan, where we stand and we allow ourselves to play with feeling the tensions in our body and helping them melt. At first, it is a physical experience. And then we start to realize there's emotions in there. We start to learn how to melt those away. And we start to bring in energy and chi flow to help power through that in a healthy way, in a supportive way, in a beautiful way. So how does Qi help with the meditation? Well, it gives you, your mind, your emotional body, your physical body, what it needs to clear and process what is there and to enter a higher state of being, of awareness. So with that being said, I'm going to take you through a guided example of a Zhuang and how to take it a little bit further in clearing away the physical, the emotional, and the energetic blocks using Qigong meditation. So I'm setting up my Zhuang position, feet on the floor, of course, and I'm building my foundation from the ground up. My feet settle into the earth, my ankles settle on top of my feet, my knees slightly bent, settling on top of that. So every layer settling one piece on top of the other. And my hips find their position. My tailbone, I allow it to drop down, allowing my lower back to have a gently neutral position. So my lower back flattens out softly. And now I start to work with the alignment of the rest of my body. The crown of my head pulls up to heaven. My tailbone pulls down. Hui Yin is engaged. All these are physical aspects of finding my position. Now, as I start to work with the awareness of my body, I start to play around with how my body and my fascial strains or tensions are seeking to pull me out of alignment. I'm becoming aware of the tension lines and how they are acting or trying to shift into their habitual modes of being. And I'm allowing myself to hold this position and allowing them to undo that programming. And in doing so, I'm applying yin aspects where I'm sitting softly or standing softly in this case. And I'm allowing them to melt away, releasing the tension, learning how to do that within my own body, reprogramming my fascia. And at one point, I've actually caught that in working with my upper body, I lost track of the fact that my tailbones come slightly out of position. So I reposition. I find myself finally grounded beautifully in the structure and the foundation that goes from my feet all the way to my hips. And I'm now able to go even deeper in the upper body alignment. I'm finding that in my right shoulder and the right side of my neck, I'm feeling tension. I'm becoming aware of how my right shoulder to my right fingertips, my whole right arm has this uneven tension that's seeking to pull the rest of my body out of alignment, so I'm allowing that to release. And as I do so, I become acutely aware of an area of pain that is different than what I've been feeling in my fascia up until now. When I feel into it, I realize it's emotion. So now I go into that area of emotion and using the yin technique, I allow it to melt away. And I can feel the emotion coming through in its anger. You may not be able to see this here, so I'm describing exactly what's happening as I practice this in this demonstration. And the anger starts to release. And that tension, and that it was a sharp tension that I felt in my neck, is releasing and unwinding. And those are buried emotions that my fascia, my body was carrying, that if I allowed to stay there, over time would become chronic. And I'm using now the knowledge of the Chinese medicine that I learned through White Tiger Qigong system. If it's anger, what I'm looking to and I'm doing is I'm breathing in forgiveness and a vibrant green, and I'm releasing the anger even more. And I continue to work with this, checking into my body. And I allow myself now to go deeper. So now going into the depths of my body, allow my muscles to relax deeper. Allowing my awareness to relax so deep that I can reach even my bones. I'm becoming aware of the flow of qi through my own body. I'm melting into myself, so to speak. And I'm starting to feel this hollowness that's full of flow. It's this relaxed openness within me. The deeper you can relax, the deeper you can flow your qi, and the deeper and more completely you can nourish your system and cleanse what's in there, the pre-programmed responses, and undo those tensions and those responses from your central nervous system providing you an ability to be in a state of greater relaxation more regularly and more naturally. And I'm reaching a point now where I'm about to start playing and bringing in Qi as well. So now that I've got the depth, I'm going to start allowing Qi to flow in a different way. I'm about to start allowing myself to sense like I'm in the middle of a beautiful beam of energy from the heavens. Both heaven and earth energy flowing for me within this beam, and I'm working primarily with heaven energy right now. And I'm allowing myself to send that into me in this position as though my hands were reflectors. You might also see that my hands are coming really close to each other. They're closer than they should be, but that's also because I'm working on releasing tensions in that right arm. And yes, we want to keep position and posture, movement, breath, and intention, the movement being the posture. Right now, I'm allowing that because I'm playing around with that in-depth feeling within that shoulder while flowing Qi. Now, the moment I start flowing Qi, there's actually a happiness that starts coming through me, and the Qi starts to expand me from the inside out. That Qi from that beam of light that I find myself in is starting to energize my body, and it's actually, I'm feeling the sensation of that Qi flow deeply through me and actually brings a smile to my face. That is the Qi coming through. And it's starting to cleanse the tensions and the tightness away even more rapidly since I've gotten deeper through the meditative practice up until now. This is a meditative practice. This is a standing meditation called Zhangzhuang. There are other meditative practices. There's sitting, standing, movement, meditation, of course, all the Qigong forms. Lying down as well, but I highly recommend the sitting, standing, or Qigong forms that will involve movement. So now we close off, I recenter, I balance myself, balance the energy, center my energy, and close off. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped you see how you can go deeper into the Zhangzhuang. If this video spoke to you, give it an awesome like and subscribe to our channel so you can get more of the weekly updates and videos of the White Tiger Qigong system and more knowledge of Qigong for yourself to connect better with. Much love, and we'll see you in the next video.